Cross position on Whirlwind. Starting to the top left, we have the LGIM Protoss 3-0 in the group.
LGIM first.
First won every single game. He played in the last match against Hurricane and took down his Protoss brother. Now he has to fight for him. He's up against the Terran player to the bottom right.
MarineKing Prime.
What are you going to do, MarineKing? This is, you know, the start of his comeback in the group. If he wins this one, he goes into the tiebreakers. He doesn't get out of it yet, but he saves himself at least.
You know what's funny is that I feel that everyone is thinking more about what MarineKing is going to do than about what First is going to do, because he's just known for like this greedy builds, and everyone is just like, especially the MarineKing fans are probably looking at this and everyone's just praying, don't play too greedy, don't play too greedy.
Yeah. I mean, it's what he's known for. You know, if you're a fan of MarineKing, you gotta think that way. And First is going to go for a scout, so he's not going to do any sort of that, you know, skip the scout, try to get faster next because he knows it's MarineKing type of play. It is going to be a MarineKing command center first, though, starting things off. How greedy is going to be after that? That's what's more important.
And First gets the perfect scout. He's heading right down to the bottom right, and he will be able to use the probe to maybe even delay the command center a bit. He's definitely going to start to attack the SCV as soon as he sees the CC first. And for MarineKing, this match is everything. If the Protoss takes him out, then 2 Protoss players are going to advance from Group C.
Yep.
And here we go.
There's the harassment. MarineKing not with a fast pull, actually, from the main, so he could lose an SCV. He's trying to dance here.
Yep. He's trying to dance away with it, but another 2 shots and the SCV would go down, and he might be able to get it. Oh, that's so close.
Oh, he didn't go for the repair? No, not yet, anyways.
He needs to repair that SCV.
He's, for some reason, not.
The probe with a very interesting attack pattern here. 1 SCV on the low ground just being idle here, taking a little bit of a break.
Yes, his thing
going
is
for a smoke, I guess.
Yeah, he has to be there though, just in case the probe turns around. But he should have come back up the ramp much faster. I don't even know why he didn't send it back up yet now.
Yeah, but a lot of scouting information here for First, of course, and MarineKing, very MarineKing-esque, did not send out a single SCV just yet, so he doesn't scout at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this is common on this map, but this is even more common for MarineKing. I mean, if he had faced a 2-gate proxy in the middle of the map, he'd be dead right now.
Oh! He's still trying to take down that SCV.
The probe actually may be killed by this Marine. Gonna be close. Gets it.
Yeah, takes it down. But at least he knows double barracks after the command center. He knows about the gas too.
Yeah. He saw everything he could see.
Yeah. So we're heading into a game where we will have a bit more of a macro game. We have the Nexus already down here for First as well. Tech choices, of course, are going to be interesting, and also what kind of reaction he's going to pull out after he saw the CC first in his opponent's build. He could go for a bit of aggression. He could try to just go for a very aggressive timing, but I feel that MarineKing is probably going to play this a little bit safer than he usually would.
Yeah. He has to. I mean, this is... everything is on the line here. Crossbones on this map, good for the style that we've seen from First. Late game, heavy upgrades, Storm, Colossi, you know, that Protoss death ball that's so difficult to deal with. MarineKing, will he try to hit a timing before those upgrades come out, or is he going to just try to play late game himself? Beyond would say, I'm going to go late game. I don't care if you have the better upgrades than me. I'm just going to have a bigger army and micro better than you, but MarineKing is a little bit different.
MarineKing now going into the engineering bay once again to start the early +1 attack upgrade with the reactor and the tech lab that he just built out those barracks. He's starting now the upgrade into Stim. And with a bunker at the front, he's at least going to be safe against what we currently see moving down to the bottom right. The Stalker just poking here a little bit, trying to find out if he can do a bit of damage. But of course, once that he spots the bunker, he has to retreat here. So for now, MarineKing playing the safe, but still without any scout at all.
Yeah, no scout whatsoever. And First, just going to transition, probably going to start his Forge any second now. Goes into the Observer so he can see all the timings. MarineKing with a very fast +1. We've seen this time and time again. MarineKing was actually the first player to consistently do this +1 medevac pressure. Bolt was doing it as well around the same time, and then Bomber started doing it too.
For MarineKing, he doesn't even know where his opponent spawns, so he just feels very confident in his ability here to be ready for everything. Because the one thing that MarineKing can't even do, he cannot even use a scan. He does not know at which spawning position First started, so it's no way for him to actually scan what's happening here. And we have First now heading into the robotics bay once that he completed his facility.
Yep.
Going into Colossi.
Forge 2 and the second Observer. So observer heavy style here. And MarineKing, on the other hand, like you say, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know his opponent's spawning location, which is going to make it hard for him to put pressure on even once he's ready with the medevacs.
He has a wall set up, MarineKing now moving out. He sees the observer, he should at least spot it. Is he going to drop the scan? No, not just yet. And the observer for first now revealing everything to his opponent. Second observer on the map, just at the front to make sure that he sees when MarineKing is moving out with his units.
This is just very straight up play from both players. You know, nothing extreme just yet.
What we have for first is the first Colossus now being built, and he's transitioning now straight into a Twilight Council. We don't have the range upgrade for first, and it doesn't really look like he's going for a massive amount of Colossi. The first Colossus can fake out a Terran player, but it's also very important so that you can deal with early Marine movements. If the Terran is moving out with a small Bioforce, the Colossi will be very important for you to hold.
Yeah. There's just a lot of things that both players can do going forward here. This pylon placement, of course, indicates that he wants to spot drops. Second one goes down the left side. So he sends 2 probes out for drop spying. I love that. This is also going to be great for run-bys later on.
Talking about sending something out, MarineKing is now moving across the map with his units here. Could you check his vision? Did he somehow... He doesn't know where he spawns, right?
He's guessing. Pops onto the watchtower. And this is a great... he has a great sense of things to be able to do this. He has no idea. He has not seen anything. He's guessing right now, literally. He has not even checked to the left or the right side to see there was nothing there either. He's just walking beeline across. He did see the right side, there was nothing. That's all.
Yeah, okay, so he's walking across. Here come the force fields. The Colossi helping a lot, and MarineKing just retreating.
Yep, he's not going to be able to make this one work. He didn't have combat shields ready, and now he's lost his momentum here. In fact, first could warp in Zealots to go for a counterattack in any of these pylon locations. Charge on the way, +2 armor coming out. Only has 1 forge.
Yeah, has only 1 forge, but we have the third base now coming up for first here at the 10-minute mark. MarineKing does not have a third CC just yet. He's building it as we speak and will upgrade it into the orbital. But the third is going to be mining a little bit faster for the Protoss player. But we have the drop play now starting to come into play.
Drop play coming in here. When it comes to upgrades, MarineKing going to be significantly ahead. He has the armory finishing with his eBay.
Observers everywhere, spotting these dropships from a mile away.
But the third base has to be cancelled.
Yeah.
Great reaction there by first with his other observer that he had.
Immediately realizing that he can't do anything about it. Those observers are worth their weight in gold now. He has them everywhere on the map, and he sees exactly what MarineKing is doing. Every single movement of the Terran player is being revealed to the Protoss immediately.
Yeah. The third base location took to the right is kind of one of those, you probably won't see this one. First bases, now MarineKing has seen the cancel. He takes the one on the left side, but MarineKing stims a Marine forward to go and check for this. He wants to make sure that first is not trying to pull the wool over his eyes.
War Prism being built and Storm researched, so he could go for even Storm drops here. And we have the second forge coming in for him, going for the double upgrades now. MarineKing with the third base, after he was able to force the cancel on first Nexus. A little bit faster with the mining.
Yeah. And the upgrades continue to be better. The forge very late. He can chrono boost to catch up.
Yeah. If he goes straight into the next set of upgrades here with the double forge, he can definitely take a bit of a lead over MarineKing, but for now the Terran players' upgrades are really decent. +3 armor might be started right away. The second armor upgrade is now about to finish, as is, by the way, Storm. So he has his first area of effect spell against his opponent. Didn't really commit to the Colossi too much.
MarineKing is doing several things right now. He's making a wall. He's taking his 5th gas. And both of these things indicate that he's not going to that lazy boy push where he's just trying to end the game early, trying to hit before 3-3, hit before Storm is ready. Storm obviously ready already in this case, but it looks like he wants to play the late game. Yeah. Like his teammate Beyond would have it.
+3 at armor has been started for first, not dropping a second here, and chrono boosting his upgrades now quite well. And we still have the observers everywhere on the map here.
Oh, that Storm doing a serious amount of damage. No kills, but serious amount of damage done it. The second one is good too.
Next one is going in. Those High Templars are a little bit exposed. One is actually waiting, just waiting to be killed here. Didn't move back in time. A bit of a supply advantage here for MarineKing. He's nearly 40 supply ahead of his opponent.
It's that third command center, you know.
Yeah.
He had it for so long, he was able to really capitalize on that. Extra minerals, extra mules, and even the saturation he had better.
He doesn't have ghosts though, and this is now about the storm, so let's see how much he can do. Another job is trying to head into one of those satellite bases, but the bulk of the Terran army is now moving into the natural, and those High Templars don't have enough energy. They have, well, those two have, the other two don't.
They do, but those were really poor storms. Here comes another one though.
And MarineKing is maxed out. He's completely maxed out here, and those storms are not as good as they have to be.
Oh, he needs way more than this.
First is in trouble here. He's falling a little bit apart. He's so far down in supply, and those storms, they just don't hit.
One Hellbat is killing a ton of probes, meanwhile the natural too during all of this.
He doesn't pull them back, and he's going to lose the natural. MarineKing is such in a dominant position. He's baiting out another storm here. This time taking a few hits on those Marines, but the natural is already gone for first.
Yep. First is hanging by a thread right now, and that thread is even being like hacked away right now by MarineKing.
He doesn't have High Templars in the main base. MarineKing could just walk into the main and take down everything.
Yeah, I mean, this game is almost ended. First is really in a position where he's got no leg room. He has nothing he can do. He can't even comfortably make a Nexus because it's going to be killed instantly. The only reason MarineKing doesn't go into his main base is because he doesn't know that he can, and he's just going to test the waters right now.
Exactly. He's afraid that there might be a few High Templars just storming the choke point, but now he's sending a few units up there, and he realizes that there is nothing, and now he can just take down the production structures of his opponent.
Yeah, first has to, he's the one who has to attack. He can't wait any longer.
He's losing buildings in the main base. He's going for the storms right now. He's moving down the choke point. Here come the Vikings taking down the last Colossus. The rest of the High Templars moving in for another storm.
Had the High Templars way too far at the back. But you know what? The upgrade's kicking in now for first. They finished right now.
And MarineKing is losing a lot here, but he still has the units at the top left doing damage.
Come a few more Zealots warping in. Those upgrades really doing a number. Does not have Blink.
Yeah, he doesn't have Blink just yet. +3/+3 has been started for MarineKing. First is moving down to the bottom right, and the we had a Zealot warp in here at the bottom that we didn't see so far on screen just yet. So First is really trying to make this happen, and looking at the army supply, we have First at 82 against 70.
He's turning on the heat. He doesn't want to warp any more Zealots here into these Hellbats. He's definitely lose the Warp Prism, but he's doing damage at MarineKing's third while he restarts his natural. He's going to kill these barracks or at least force lifts.
The counter-aggression here of First really doing a good job, but First has to do damage, and he knows it because he lost his natural, but he's doing a decent job forcing the lift over the third base. MarineKing now also only mining from 2 bases.
Here we go. Need some storms. The force seals are decent. Those storms not the best, but they do a damage.
Storms a lot better than they were at the beginning, and especially here at the choke point, MarineKing clustered up, but now he has the reinforcements to push this army of First back.
First should not have stuck around here, and now he's really starting to pay the price for it.
First
should make that into an Archon.
He's trying to go for a double expand because he knows that he was falling behind with all the damage that MarineKing has dealt at the top left. He definitely was able to do something with his counter-aggression, but if MarineKing stabilizes here, he will still have the lead.
Yeah. Zealot run by here, going to do a little bit of damage. Not going to force MarineKing to turn around though.
Yeah,
well, actually he does, but he doesn't have to.
Yeah, there are too many reinforcements right now. He wants to stabilize, he wants to take this third base. He already sent the SCVs over to start mining again. They were warp in at the bottom right at the main base, did a little bit of damage to the SCVs, but he just has so many Harvesters still on the extra mules. Harvesters killed by MarineKing, 23 so far. First took down 17 SCVs over the course of the game, but the better economy at this point definitely goes to the Terran player.
First has 10 High Templar, and this game will be decided by what those Templar do. If they get the storms, the money storms he needs, then First maybe I'll stabilize, but otherwise the game is over with this push.
No ghosts. This is the one problem the MarineKing has. He is actually in a huge lead with the upgrades. The only attack upgrades that we have here for First is the +1. He doesn't have +2 or +3. Only the armor upgrades are on par with the MarineKing's.
Yeah.
And MarineKing is now moving in, taking down this 4th base that was built.
Yep, no cancel available since it's completely completed. And First is just, his storms here have not done enough damage. Consistently, they're either dodged by MarineKing or they hit mostly Hellbats, which then become heal.
This is not looking good at all. I mean, the 50 supply lead at this point for MarineKing, the better upgrades that he has, a really good economy, even though he's a little bit behind in the harvest account. The mules more than make up for this. The storms are what keep First alive here. Without ghosts, MarineKing has to rely on his storm dodges, and he's doing a decent job, but these two are really good.
Yeah, he just does not micro against those. He's not stimming because he knows he's almost out of energy. I really like his choice. Notice in every engagement he stims either very late or not at all.
First is trying to stay alive here with his storms, and he's sending a few Zealots over to his third base of his opponent, taking down even more Harvesters.
Another missed storm here.
Can he get the storms that he needs? This one is a little bit better. The second one is golden.
Well, the Archon's doing some damage. The Zealots come through. The Hellbats starting to be eliminated here. Time Warp on this army.
First was able to close the gap in supply. MarineKing
so
definitely
close.
has a better bank, but still he needs to be really careful here.
This is so close, but it looks like MarineKing gonna lift away. Oh!
The Archon!
Archon wants to get that perfect hit. He doesn't get it. Zealots killing SCVs, but the more important problem, of course, is the army.
MarineKing doesn't realize how many units he's losing at the bottom right. He doesn't see it.
Archon coming in here again. 3 more Archons using that bank. MarineKing still has the momentum, though. He kills the cannon, he's killing probes.
And he could kill the command center, and that would be the most important part. Here comes another round of Archons, but the CC is already gone. MarineKing, is he moving out? 86 supply against 68. He's taking down the Archons one by one. The last one remaining can't change a thing.
It looks like this may be game for first, because he just doesn't have the momentum to push this army back anymore. He's got cannons to rely on, but MarineKing could go right into the heart. That's one thing MarineKing has been hesitating to do this entire game, is going just into the main base.
There's the scan. The Archons are now moving in, but he knows already that there's just way too much for MarineKing. The DPS is too good. The army supply is what really comes through here for MarineKing.
68 to 20 in MarineKing's favor, and that is it.
MarineKing is about to force the 3-way tie here. He's sending more units across the map. 6 army supply against 71. GG.
MarineKing gets the tiebreak.
Tiebreaker between Hurricane, MarineKing, and first. Step 1.
Step 1 complete. Prime and MarineKing fans everywhere were holding their breath through that last moment, but MarineKing has come through.
Wow. MarineKing definitely has come through here, and this is one of those points where Hurricane and First are just looking at it and like, really, 3-way tie, why did that happen? MarineKing, of course, really happy here. Yeah.
Well, as happy as he can be, because this, like you said earlier, is just the first step.
Yep. So we have a 3-way tie between the 3 of them. All of them are on 3-1 score. Hurricane won the match against MarineKing earlier. He lost the match against First, though. First, on the other hand, now losing against MarineKing, winning against Hurricane. So we have a circle. We have a 3-way tie that is going to start.
So whoever loses twice in a row first does not advance.
Yeah.
That's one way to think about it.
Exactly. The first player to not to lose twice is going to drop out. We have a 5-minute break before we start into the first 3-way tie. Tell everyone about it. First, Hurricane and MarineKing are in the 3-way tie, and after 5 minutes we are starting with the first one. We might actually go into a third or a second 3-way tie depending on the results here. So see you guys in a few.